All right, my YouTube family and friends, I promised you that I would be coming back to you this evening with another video. And this video actually is for health benefits reasons, serious health benefit reasons. So I don't know what you're doing right now. I hope that you're okay. I don't know if you had dinner, but I'm hoping you're getting something ready for dinner. And I'm just hoping that whatever you're doing, that you know, it is something that feels good, that is uplifting, that is supporting both your mental health and your physical health. So I started my weight loss journey, and I said before, and I'll say it again to all of us who are struggling with the weight, whether it's extra weight or it's not so much over what they assumed to be the norm. And even if you're not struggling with your weight, maybe your struggles is something else. But we know that there's no perfection, so we all have our what's matters. Bev Brown says, what's matters? But we all have our little thing that we wish it was different. Um, so one of the things that took place once I did the surgery on my knee, and as I told you, it was so hard. Once I started struggling with the knee and didn't know it was a torn ligament, and I was just still going to work, walking long corridors, bringing kids upstairs, downstairs, just struggling with the pain. It wasn't easy. And so, but I kept going day in, day out. And um, eventually started getting therapy because they assume it was just arthritis. You're going with a little extra weight or a lot of extra weight. First thing they're telling you, oh, it's arthritis. But again, for me, I was at work one day at my desk and just couldn't understand. Like, I go to therapy in pain because after a long day at work, and I get there and we do the workout, I do the exercises, they do the heat and the cold, they do the stretching, they do everything. But then I'm walking out still in pain. And I decided to call them and ask them if I could just do an MRI on my knee. Sure enough, they agreed, and quickly I got the appointment and I went, and they saw that the meniscus was torn. So then it proceeded into a few weeks later that I had to do surgery, and they went in arthroscopically and got it done. So healing took a while still. And again, I was out from work for a few weeks, and again, the pain was a lot. So I was not excited to just get up and move. I was doing the exercises, I was doing the therapy, but it took a while to get back on my feet. And of course, I gained some more weight, and then my mom passed, and still had, to deal with the pains and the double pain of losing her because it was so sudden. She wasn't sick like, you have some parents that get older and you're struggling with hospitals and homes and doctors. That wasn't so with our mom. Our mom, she was doing the garbage. The tenants, they had a home where they had tenants, and the tenants would put the garbage in and just mix everything. And she, in the mornings, would just go up and to separate the recyclables, so there was no ticket. And that morning, I think she was bending down too long. And with the blood flow, when she got up, she was a little dizzy. She said she went and held on to the first floor, one of the apartments for the first floor, and somebody saw her and thought she was she needed help, and they called 911. They called 911 and they forced her to go to the hospital. My mom is not a hospital person, but she went in that Thursday. The Friday, my brother drove down from up here, went down, and he says, I know you just did your surgery, you cannot come. We had like snow and it turned ice, rain fell, and the rain froze, so it was all ice out there that February 16th. And so I couldn't go. My brother went down and he called. He says, I visited with her for 2 hours, so I did your hour and I did an hour for myself, and she's okay, and so on. Fine. Saturday again, my sister was there. They did everything. We were talking. My sister here said we could try to drive down, even though we had a snowstorm again that Saturday. And by maybe 5, 6 in the evening, we heard that her mom was gone. My sister, my brother, they had visitors, their cousins, and they decided to put a trach in my mom's throat. And it seems like she didn't want it. We don't know what happened. And with that, they moved her to say them putting her into the ICU so they could keep check on her. But instead of that, by the time they took her up there, and the doctors are walking when my sisters were there, they coded my mom. They called the code. They saw them running to her bed. They claimed that it was okay. By the time they walk away again, they coded her again. And that was the end of her mother. It was tough because you didn't even get to say goodbye to her because nobody expected it. Even the people who were there with her didn't get a chance to hold her hand and to say goodbye. Nothing. They were there on the premises. And so you look at life and you say, just do what you have to do, guys, because it doesn't matter how careful we are sometimes, and no matter how much we put in place, life just has a way of throwing some things in. And so I always say to people, be thankful. A lot of us are too ungrateful, and we want too much. We want. And we're not cherishing the little that we have right here, right now. We're looking for too much, and we wouldn't understand how much other people have lost or how much people have gone through, and they're still here encouraging, supporting, and going forward. So none of us got to say goodbye. I know my daughters and my sister's daughter. My sister was there. I mean, she went through a tough phase because she was there. They were there in the hospital. They were there on the ICU floor. They were there. And these people took our mom's life, and it's what it is. But I console myself with the fact that, when they coded her, that's how I look at it. And that's how I'm able to just put it together and just thank God for, even though she's gone and we didn't get to see her. I didn't get to see her. But I said, when they coded her, when she lost, she went into that phase right there after they claimed they put the thing in and they should have made it better, should have given her more oxygen and what have you. My mom didn't want it. She didn't go in there because of cancer. She didn't go in there because of anything. They didn't find anything wrong. But I know in my heart that in the medical field, it's not about getting better. It's about the money. If they can force things on you to make money, everybody's going to come in to add something so that they can get a paycheck. And I think that's all that they hold people. They never encourage you to seek a nutritionist help for guidance or for anything. It's always you go in and they find a way to make sure that your insurance pays. I hate when I go to anywhere and they say, oh, you have a good insurance. Never like that sound, because now they want to do things. I had a dentist who wanted me to do things in my mouth because I had a good insurance, would pay him big bucks. I said, but my teeth are not bothering me. My teeth are okay. Right? Because he wanted me to come in for him to, my teeth are okay. They're going 60 years now, and they over 60, and they're doing well. But I look at my mother's situation and I said, God, I'm not going to question you, because I'm living where I'm living, 2 hours away from them. My sister is right there. My brother is right there. My other sister is all the way in Maryland. My other sister is all the way in Long Island. And I said, if my mom if she had come home with brain damage where she couldn't help herself, it would have become, I could see it becoming an interesting environment. Would I have to take her here to live with me? how would I be able to support my sister works? We all work. And so it we'd have to make sacrifices to help her. We'd have to make sacrifices. And so I said, God, you are here in the midst. You have seen the whole situation, and so your will be done. So we accept it and we move on and we give thanks, and we continue in hope. But I say that to say this, and I try never to be angry. I try to just again look at it like God knows best. Because what we cry about and we hold on to and we beg for, God sees already that it's not good for us, or it's going to be good for us, or be careful. So now, after my surgery and coming along and I did gain more weight, and then the COVID came and more weight because we're just home with the stress, uncertain, watching the news, watching New York with all the dead bodies in those big trucks every day, loaded trucks, and not understanding what was going on. And so it really gave us reasons to pause. So my blood pressure was borderline, then it went to high. So I'm taking medicine for my blood pressure, right? But I find that for the past 2 years, I'm taking this darn thing, and my back, I know they said they found arthritis on my lumbar 2 and lumbar 4 in my lower back, right? But it just seemed like all of a sudden, it's like every day, like my back is like it's just tearing off. It's like such harsh back pains. Then it got into my hip. Then it got into the next hip. And I'm saying, is this how arthritis really treats people? Because I know my grandmother had arthritis forever. From I was a child and I could understand her. My grandmother complained of arthritis in her knee. But she got up and she got things done, and she do. Only time when she sits low, you had to help her to get up. But otherwise, she's up and about all day. She walked miles all day. But then all of a sudden, this back, it just seemed like a weird thing. And I would drink a lot of water, and I would take the tablet at bedtime. I would lay in bed, and then sometimes even laying on my back would hurt so badly. But it's a hurt that you suck it up and just keep going. In the mornings when I'm stepping out for work, my husband, sometimes I don't know, because I get to the back door to step out and I have to lean on it to say, oh my God, my back. Got to the point where you all know that I've always said I hated the stairs because of my hip. When I put my thing down, and I'm saying, I am saying, okay, yes, it's arthritis, right? Because as soon as you go in and you tell them it's arthritis. But one of the things that I keep sitting in my head is the fact that the last time I went to the doctor and did my physical, there was a second doctor there. And he was the one who did the overall and talked with me. And I'm saying to him that, my back, the arthritis in my back is just... And he says, do you want to see a specialist? I says, for what? My grandmother had arthritis. She lived through it. I am good. But when he would say to me, I would say that when I get up to walk, but he says, no, when you get up to walk, when you're sitting, you struggle more with arthritis when you're sitting than when you're active. When you get up to move, then it should go away. I said, but that's not the case with me, though. When I walk is when the pressure is it's like my back is just opening. And they did nothing. And then on Sunday, I was talking to my cousin in New York. She actually bought a home in Jamaica, and she's in the process of fixing it, setting it up, It's in a gated community, beautiful home. And so she shared some things with me prior, and she came up and we're talking because I need to know what my final resort is going to be as I retire. And in conversation, she mentioned the HCTZ that was killing her. All her joints, her muscles were just aching. And when she realized it was because of the darn H. CTC. Hydrochloride. Hydrochlorothiazide. This thing, when I decided to look at it, because yesterday I decided last night I'm not taking it before I go to bed. I used to just take the one tablet before I go to bed. I decided last night, I said, I'm not taking it. And I went to work today. I actually brought this with me to work today because I wanted to do the research. I could have done it here, but I just decided to put it in my pocket, and I took it to work today. And for those of you who have high blood pressure, people, and I blame myself because I got the medicine and I never take a moment to even look. Usually I am researching side effects, da 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 da. This time I was so trusting to my doctor that I didn't even bother to check. I didn't bother to check. I just went ahead and take it because he had put me on Bistolic before, Bistolic, which is good but very expensive. But I had to take a water pill with it. So when I went to him, I said, as a teacher, I cannot do certain things. Don't have the pleasure to just go to the bathroom when I want to. And so I want something that is manageable, that I can use it and not go into the bathroom so many times. So they decided to give me this darn thing. So just so you know, I just called and tell them I am not going to take it anymore. I am going to work with a nutritionist because I know that my blood pressure has really, 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 really became lower, and I really just need to stop using the darn salt. I don't use it in a lot of things, but I still use a little bit. Maybe the amount I use on a daily basis would be all right. But when I do my grilled chicken salad, the seasoning has salt in it. So this is the problem with the HCTZ, right? This one that I'm taking, it's the triamterene and the HCTZ involved in it. So the HTCZ, the hydrochlorothiazide, that means it's a water pill section of it. And the other part of it is for the blood pressure. But this is some of the side effects. And I'm telling you that I'm going to read all of the side effects for us. But the ones that I noticed that really grabbed my attention because it was so loud, it was so over the top, it was so painful. Even though I get up every day and I give thanks. Every day I still give thanks regardless of how my back felt, my hip. It's strange. And today was just so strange because I had no pain. Not even my back was hurting today. My hip, no pains. But then when I come to find out, when I did this at work with the teacher who works in the class with me, it talks about, these are the side effects. It says back, leg, or stomach pains. It says another side effect is black tarry stool. Didn't have that. I had regular stool. I eat a lot of vegetables and, It says blistering, peeling, or loosening of the skin, I didn't have that. Bloating, I did have that. I did have the bloating because you buy the clothes and you're feeling like you're losing the inches. But, you know, today I felt so good. Blood in the urine or stool, I didn't have that. Blue lips and fingernails, didn't have that per se. Maybe because I'm dark, I might have seen a little, like one nail was a little darker than the rest. Chest pain or tightness, I didn't have that. Or clay-colored stools, I didn't have those. My major problem was the number one, the first thing, the biggest thing was the back, leg, or stomach pains. Didn't have stomach pains. I would just like feel the bloating, and it felt sore, but I don't know. The back, though, was noticeable. The muscles up along my back, you know, and I always have to be massaging them. And I drank a lot of water because I drink the smart water, and I'll bring 2 of them to work. I don't know. And I come home and I'll drink, but guess it wasn't enough. But those were my problems. Now, some of the other things that we looked at today was that when you take this hydrochlorothiazide, it makes your skin more sensitive to sunlight. Now, I am saying at first I was kind of mad with my doctor because they don't tell you anything. They just prescribe these things for you. But people, I'm just begging you, when you get these medications, if you don't have access to a search engine, get somebody, ask your pharmacy, because they do fold up all those papers and push them in the bag with you. But it has so much unnecessary information that sometimes you don't even look at it. But please read what they're giving to you, because I'm telling you, a lot of doctors are just giving you stuff because of the money that they're getting. I think that when we go to doctors, my doctor charges me $200 per visit. $200. Gone are the days when we would just go in with our insurance card and we pay, and that's it. Now they have the HSA, which means that they put a certain amount in this account for you, and you keep paying. But when that runs out, you have to continue paying until it gets to a certain amount before the insurance takes it up again. So if you're not consistently going to the doctor, you will never get to the amount where the insurance is going to be paying. So your medication comes out of your out of the card, the spending card, and your doctor visits. Now just think, $200 you go to the doctor. How long does the doctor stay with you? You sit there, you wait, and when he comes in, he doesn't look back at any history. He just looks at what's on the screen. Oh, your blood work looks good. Oh, that looks good. And that's it. Even if you're telling them about any difference, sometimes I go in there, I have to be asking for things. Because they're not spending time. Everything is a drive-through, is like a drive-through thing, where you just come in, place your order, here's your order, go. There's no sitting down with you anymore to see how your days are going, how you're feeling mentally, how anything at all. It's just a boom, 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 slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. $200 and you go. But I'm asking you, my YouTube family and friends, that when you go in, please force them to sit with you and you talk to them. Even if you have to create a list of things, do not get up out that place until you talk to them. You're paying your money, and we're not getting the services that we're paying for. I have not gotten even a $100 service, not even $50 good. I would probably say 50. Because you go in and it's no, they don't have the time. They don't want to spend enough time with you. They don't want to sit and talk with you. They just see you as a dollar bill, and the more of you I can see within the days, the better for me. So this is it. I remember they put me on the vitamin D, and because black people, we always lack vitamin D and our levels are low. And he had me taking the vitamin D for, I think it was one every week, one per week. I would get 4, and I would take 1 per week because 5,000 milligrams, 5,000 BIT, whatever it had in it. And then all of a sudden, I went in to the thing was the last physical. It says, oh, you're not supposed to be taking the vitamin D. You cannot be on it consistently. But you gave it to me, sir. You know, I'm looking at him like, I don't know. You are the doctor. And if you put me on it, it's your job to check and to tell me, all right, you've been on it. We're only going to do it for 6 months and we break. Then you go back on it for another 6 months. You gave it to me. You keep on calling it in for a new prescription. So I'm telling you, people, right now, I just called him. I said, I don't want to hear anything. I just want to see a nutritionist. That's the only thing I want. I need to work with a nutritionist who can guide me into how to do things differently and to help me just get my blood pressure back to where it used to be. Because even though I had the weight, it was a long while. It took a long while. I got to the baseline under the 90 right there. Then when it got to 90, and then it went up when I wasn't sleeping well and all of that. But I don't need to be on medication all my life if I can go back and find the proper way to fix my blood pressure. So I'm just asking you guys that when they put you on these things, because when we go to the doctor, whether you're in Jamaica, you're or you are abroad, the first thing they want to push to you is medication. Nobody wants to tell you that, you know, if you drink some sugarcane water twice a week, it will change things. Nobody is telling you if you cut out the meat for even 6 months, it will clean you, it will help you. Nobody wants to tell you the things that will work to help you. Everybody wants to write them this because this is where the money is for them. This is where their money comes from. Their money doesn't come from making you healthy. Their money comes from keeping you sick so that they can replenish their pockets every day. So I'm just saying to you, get information, ask questions, write down things you want to talk to them about before you go there. And if they're rushing you, let them know that you would rather find another person who will listen to you than to just have you, every time you come in, that they just want to hand you a prescription. There are so many other ways to support health than just a piece of paper. Hey, bro. Than to just push a prescription for you to go get another tablet that your body will have to find a way to absorb it, to work with it, and so that the side effects are not there, creating a worse situation. So it says may cause sunburn-like response to sunlight more easily, and in some serious cases, continued use of this can worsen the risk of skin cancer. And this was released last year. So it says that this thing, that today the number of blood pressure medications available today can be overwhelming, right? And it is so true, because what they're doing, you find, if you notice, a lot of people, they come out with stuff and they know that it's not right. They know that it's gonna promote cancer situations. They know it's going to wreck your kidneys. They know it's gonna wreck your liver. They know all of these things, but they put them out there and they tell you, oh, it's gonna help you. It's not gonna fix anything. It's gonna help you. And they rake in their millions and billions of dollars because the FDA passes it and they put it out there on the market. And then once the problems start, then they pull it away, they pull it out, right? they take it in. But by this time, they have raked in millions and millions of dollars. Doctors know that every prescription they write, that they have a kickback to come. Every prescription, so they don't care if it's working or it's not working. They are pushing it on you because they need to maintain their wealth. They have to grow their wealth, and this is how they're going to do it. So all of the things that you struggle with, all of the muscles and the kidneys and all of these things are crashing, they don't care, because at the end of the day, they are okay. So they're sucking the life out of us, and then they're getting paid, on the other hand, for this. One of the things that I found out also today when we did the research was the foods I was eating. The foods I was eating. I'm not supposed to eat bananas. I'm not supposed to eat oranges, right? Sorry. I'm not supposed to eat these things at all, because it right, because it the hydrochlorothiazide, it, I don't want to look at that one. The potassium, right? The potassium that comes out from that, it says, oh boy, but I do have it here, guys, because I took my notes today. Where's my book bag? But the potassium is a problem, right? So back, legs, stomach pains, black stool, so we did that. And then it says foods to avoid. If you're taking this what do you call it? The HTZ, where is it? The hydrochloroside, the hydrochlorothiazide, you shouldn't be eating bananas, oranges, and you shouldn't be eating green leafy vegetables. And these are some of the things that I like. I like my callaloo, right? I'm cooking my cucumber. I'm eating my cucumber with the skin, because the skin has all of the nutrients in it. And I'm supposed to be avoiding these things. So I'm just asking you guys that when you're placed on these medications, if you're suffering from high blood pressure, there's a lot of things we can do without getting on these medications. And if we start working with nutritionists instead of just eating up all of these things that they're giving to us to put in our bodies, that our poor bodies have to break down, then you know what, we're going to be better yet. So my advice is just that when you get these medications, get the other information about them. Look for the side effects about them. Look for the damages that they can cause. What are some that are things you should know about them before you start putting them into your bodies? Because believe me, some of these things are doing more harm than they're doing good to your body. Another thing is to just maintain your mental health. Maintain your mental health. Feel, try to just find a circle of people that encourages you, empowers you, and makes you feel good enough that you don't have to be stressful about things, that you don't have to be despondent, that you don't have to be regretting everything. Just find that circle of friends who will encourage you, support you, uplift you, and let you know that life happens, things change, things happen, but you're here and you can be thankful and you can understand that You are braver than you think, stronger than you seem, and loved more than you know. A lot of us feel like nobody cares, but people do care. People do care. If we look at the big picture of caring, caring is not just because I didn't give you something, then it means I don't care. Caring is not thinking that, oh, because I asked you to whatever and you said no, you didn't. That's not, let us look and let us be thankful for any moment of time that somebody has been there for you. Don't forget kindnesses to you. And a lot of us, we get frustrated. And we get frustrated because we stop giving thanks. We stop looking at what was happening before and how just a word of encouragement, a word of empowerment, a word of saying, look, man, I believe in you. You can do this. You got this. Let's try this. A lot of you forget. And because you forget, you stay in the stressful mode. Because now you're looking. A lot of you get opportunities, and guess what? You're comparing with other people. People who have put years in, who have made the sacrifices and climbed from the bottom up. And now you reach up here, you want to compete with them, and you want to have what they have without thinking of how long they have worked for it. And so let us be satisfied. Let us learn to be satisfied. Let us learn to look at what we have and not think that it's too good to share. Or you don't know which one to give to somebody because they both look good. Don't look at those things, because when those things are sifted and moved away, everything under there is fluff. All of them is just vanity and it's worth nothing. But when somebody can say, yes, I remember when, I appreciate, I look back to see where I was, and you know what, I remember when somebody called me and said, I remember when somebody told somebody I needed a job and they called me and I got it. I remember when, and start looking at the good things and remembering them. Remember them. I remember when I felt this way, but just knowing that somebody appreciates me, somebody loves me, somebody cares. I remember when I look at my channel and I see how many people just from the snow, how many of you have been saying, be careful, stay safe, stay warm. I remember these things and it gives me power. I remember that today is Ernestine's birthday, and that I'm asking all of you to go to the community page and wish Ernestine a beautiful day. I remember when you said a prayer, you said my name, and because of that prayer, God has opened doors that were closed for me, and now I can see a change in my life. I remember. Let's count blessings, guys, and don't sit there wanting and wishing you had. God give us what he wants us to have. And he puts us right where he wants us to be. And when it's time for him to move us somewhere else, he is preparing that for us. So when he moves us, it's in a better place. So today I needed to talk to you because I'm telling you from experience that this thing was really killing me. I would come in, I was in so much pain. Every morning I wake up in pain. And just having a talk with my cousin, we talked for hours on Sunday. And then I went to bed and I said, I'm not going to take the medicine. I'm going to see what happened. One of the things it also did was to create tingling. And so if I'm playing my games or something, or if I hold something too long, I would feel, the tingles. Nothing today. Today has been, like, I would say a perfect day. Because I didn't go to rehab, staff development, PD. Yeah, staff development. But I didn't go. Because this is the strangest thing, too. We have a system where we have to go in to log in our absences, right? I walk into school this morning and people say, you are here. And I say, yeah, I'm here. And they say, but it's in the bulletin that you're not coming in today. I don't know how it got there, but I didn't put it there. I don't know how it got there. This is March. March is today. So I didn't put anything there. But I reached out and I sent a text to the AP and I said, guys, I'm here. I am in the building. I didn't put in for an absence today. And the AP came to hang out in my room. We were talking about a lot of things. And I was showing her, and she said, look, it's in there. And I said, when I went, it is there. But it was crazy because today's a half day, so there's no way I would need a sub to cover my class of the whole day. But things happen. I don't know how it happened, but that's what was there. So I decided, I said, I'm not going to the PD, so I'm doing half day. So you can keep that absence there, but for half day. So I just did it. I came home and I said, let me talk to you guys. And I've been talking too long, but I needed this vital information to come out to you, to just remind you to check your medicines when you get them. If you cannot do the reading, have somebody read it for you, and so that you can have an idea, so that you're not eating oranges or bananas like I did. I was eating 2 bananas a day. That could have given me a heart attack. Thank God it didn't. I found out the information before. So make sure that you're reading. They told me about grapefruit, not to eat grapefruit with the medicine, but nothing was mentioned about ripe bananas or anything with potassium in it. So we have to do our own research. We have to make sure that we are empowering ourselves and not just depending on the people who are just scribbling the name on a piece of paper and then getting a big check at the end of the month because of how many of these things they hand out to their patients. We have to demand that when we pay our monies, whether it's your money or you're getting Medicaid or you're getting whatever other insurance you have, listen to me. You deserve to be listened to. And if they don't want to listen, then we can move on from them, because you know what? There are so many of them out there. But also do your little research. If you need to lose the weight, fine. Just try to lose the weight. Keep moving, keep dancing. Do what you have to do. But also notice things about you. And as you see the changes, please make sure that you let them know. I remember when I had these on, and my hand, you could see that the weight is going. I remember when I had these on, and you could see like it's down in here. And now, see, God is so good that, see, guys, so keep moving, keep dancing. My watch used to be like it's buried between there. And see, guys, it's you could see the difference. You could really, really see the difference. And so keep on moving, keep on doing what you do. I'm still teaching because I care, and so you find things that you care about also, and just get up and do it. Make your heart feel uplifted. Like the video, share the video, leave me a comment, tell me how you feel. Has it ever happened to you getting a bad reaction from any medications that was given to you? How do you manage your medications? Are you getting vital information when you get them? Are you able to talk to people who understands it and can read for you and explain for you? Are you having doctors who are listening to you? Talk to me, guys. This is something that we should support one another on, because everybody, every one of us at some point will be put in one of these artificial, these chemical lace, these whatever they call them, into our bodies for some reason or the other. So please have a conversation. If you can't be good, be careful, but walk good, eat good, do the best you can do, dance, sing, lift yourselves up, lift your spirits up, and so that we can go on for one more day as we take it, because we're taking it one day at a time. So much love to all of you wherever you are. As again I say, today is Ernestine's birthday. Happy birthday, Ernestine. May the good Lord bless you, and may you live to see many more healthy birthdays. For the rest of you, I just say God be with you. Know that you're loved. Know that you're appreciated. Thank you for all your support. Last night I got a nice text regarding the Blessing Soup Kitchen. Guys, listen, this is just a great thing that God has blessed us with. And I need you to know something too, because I spoke with my manager, Bev Brown, down there. And we're not only cooking 3 meals a day. We're not, the soup kitchen is not just running Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday dinners. Bev Brown, actually cooks 7 days a week because there are 3 clients that cannot do anything for themselves that Bev Brown cooks a meal for, 2 meals for every single day. So just pray up for the soup kitchen. Those of you who can contribute, please continue to contribute. Those of you who can ship a barrel, we're not looking for another barrel right this minute, but for during the Easter or the summer, if you want to send a barrel, guys, pack the barrel. I'll give you the information. Some of you have my WhatsApp information, or you have the email, missbevsproductions@gmail.com. Email me. I'll send you information that you need. Thank you, Pam Chin, for the $50 donation. Thanks to every one of you who have donated and has been so supportive of the soup kitchen. Last night I got a nice long text, and as a matter of fact, I got a call Sunday night, and like we talked for an hour and a half. And this was somebody that I used to talk with, but haven't spoken to her for a long time. And she reached out, and we talked and she said, I'm watching the videos. And I said, oh, you're still watching? And she said, of course. And she said, with the soup kitchen, I want, whatever. She loves it. And then yesterday when I came home from work, I got a text from her. And she says, tell me, she's in Jamaica. She said, tell me, how can I help with the soup kitchen? And I was so happy, and I sent her a text and told her about finishing the kitchen for Bev Brown, and it's a bathroom and kitchen together, and I told her all the things we have already bought, and the few things we have left, the zinc, the cement. Well, there's funds for that. There's no funds for the cement, but the building blocks, the funds are there. And I told her we want the cement, the steel, the 1/4 pound of steel, and some zinc. And so to God be the glory, guys. So she's supposed to donate 50,000, and so we want to give God all the glory. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because I know she probably do more than the 50, because I told her she could go on to the hardware and order the things and let them ship it to Bev Brown. So I'll let you know what the final amount is that she puts in, and so we can start the project and we can see that it finishes, so Bev Brown has a place to pack the goods and to cook and have her sink right there to wash things as she go forth. So God, guys, this is a good thing. It's a blessing. We didn't plan it. It just happened, and we jumped on it. And so I give God the glory. So when God speaks to us, he still speaks to us. Listen to his voice, guys, and get up. Take the chance, because we never know. So wherever you are, I say thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for appreciating. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Please like the videos. And also, please watch the ads, people, so that the revenue will grow. So all power to every one of you where you are. Just know that love is a good thing. If you can't be good, be careful. But walk good, do good, live good, love, appreciate, show care, pray for a positive word of upliftment. It doesn't have to be a speech like mine, but 1 word, 2 words, uplift somebody as you go along. Love, love, love you.